Okay, how is everyone doing? I hope you're having a great night. I have probably done this video. This will be like 4th, 5th time. I don't know how many times I have started this. Either one of the kids comes through and starts talking, or my phone said that I was running out of space, or like the dryer was on a while ago, and then all you could hear was the clanging of the dryer. Something was in there clanging. So, it's been crazy. So, anyway, hopefully this time I can get it done, and we will be through. It's going to be done, even if it's not perfect. It is going to be fine. So, excuse me. So, I want to share a couple of things with you. I hope that you have seen the video I posted this morning about being discouraged. I'm going to start a training. It starts Wednesday, so I'm hoping that these videos leading up to that training will help you to understand why I'm going to be putting the training into this group, because I think it's highly important, even if you're not having any desire whatsoever to share Young Living, and you don't have any desire to do Young Living as a business. I think it's highly important for us to understand how to help someone else understand Young Living. Because this is like a totally different company. I mean, it's not like selling pots and pans. It's not like selling clothes or anything. I mean, this is a wellness company. So there's a lot of things that, or a lot of times that people feel like, I can't share because I'm new. I don't know very much. I don't, there's just so many, please don't eat the lights. Cat's eating the lights. There's just so many things that so many people, these thoughts that you put in your head that you think, well, I don't know enough, or I can't help anybody. I don't want you to ever feel that way. And that's one thing I have realized over the years, and that's one reason I'm putting the trainings into this regular group. Because over the years, it has, I've realized as people start asking questions, there's a lot of people that haven't ever shared with anybody. There's people that share all the time, but then they're like, well, my friend went and signed up with so-and-so, or they've got somebody else that they know, or they just randomly went and signed up on the website. That's great, and that's fine. If they want to do that, that's fine. But I hope that you encourage your friends to sign up with you, because it's a lot more fun to be with friends to do this. When I first started, and Melanie had shared with me, and we started doing this together, and it was just about us just learning the oils and how to use them and what to do, and like we'd call each other, well, I've tried this and I've tried that and I've done this, and ooh, go try this, or ooh, I found this recipe. It was so much fun because we had somebody to do it with. And then as we started learning more and like helping each other do stuff like that, then it was like we started talking to people. I mean, like without even thinking, we were sharing with other people, and other people were like, oh my goodness, I gotta have that too. So then they started signing up. So it was like you just kind of get thrown in that direction sometimes. It's not like you're really working to get that direction. It's just how it goes. You just kind of fall into it. And that was kind of what happened with us. It was just kind of like, here it is, people just wanted to sign up. People started doing things. I mean, it was just crazy. And which is, to me, the best way. I mean, most people, whenever they say, I'm going to do this for a business, they don't always do it for a business. It's not always, they end up maybe using oils or whatever, but they don't always do anything great and big with it. It's usually the people who just kind of fall into it and they're like, oh wow, this is great and awesome. So-and-so's got to know about this because it's wonderful. And so then they just start sharing automatically with their friends or their family or whatever, and then people sign up. And so that's what I want to help you to understand and help you to learn, because I think that gets overlooked a lot, that we think, oh, we're trying to force somebody to share something or to sell something. I don't want you to ever feel like I'm forcing you to share or sell anything whatsoever, but I want you to understand the benefits and what this does for other people, because I cannot imagine where I would be if we didn't have this now. This is something that we use every single day, all day long. I mean, the kids, the box sits right there on the counter. The kids go to the box. They get everything that they need, and they each have their own roller bottle. They know which bottle's theirs. They roll their stuff on. Once a month, I do scans on everybody and create their little bottle off of their scan every single month. So it makes such a huge difference. Now, naturally, this time of year, everybody's going to get some cruddy something because it's cruddy season. I mean, like, that's just what happens. But typically, where we used to spend months being sick, we're not sick near as long. Typically, we were, like, always at the doctor's office. We don't do that as much anymore. I mean, like, it's a huge difference, and it makes a shift in your in the way you think. And when you have somebody to do that with, it makes it so much more fun. So I want you to kind of have an open mind about some of this training that's going to be coming over the next few weeks. It's really amazing. It's really wonderful, and I really hope that you will watch some of the videos as I put them in here, because the girl that is going to be talking on the videos is amazing, and she has come from a total difficult spot in her life, and her testimony is so awesome, and you will learn a lot just from listening to her and her passion of where she came from and where her life was and where her mindset was. It was crazy. So I hope that you will listen to them, even if you're not planning on doing anything with the business or whatever. Listen to her videos. I mean, like, she just inspires me when I listen to her talk, just because she is just really amazing, and it's not all necessarily like forcing you to sell anything. It is just really awesome things that she has to say and what she talks about. So I just want to invite you to be a part of that, because it's really great. Okay, I want to talk about something else. Totally switching gears really quickly. Will not spend forever. Last night I spent a little bit longer because I was quiet in the car without everybody else being in there for the moment. But last night I talked to you about being discouraged and being able to come to a place where you know that God has a perfect plan for your life and a purpose, and He wants the very best for you. And you know, there's a lot of times that I feel like I get in this place, you know, Satan gets into my head and starts telling me all of these things, and I start listening. And just like I said last night, you know, your mind only knows what you tell it. And when you tell it something, if you tell it negative, it's going to believe the negative. But the more you feed it the positive things, it's going to believe the positive things. I've been reading a book. It's called 5-Second Rule. It is, when I first heard it, I thought it was kind of weird, and it was a strange name for a book and a strange concept. But as I read the book and began to realize the science behind what it was talking about, it was amazing. And what she talks about is the brain has these patterns, like ruts. You know, we make ruts in our brain because we do the same things over and over and over again, and we keep telling ourselves the same things. We do the same things all the time. And when you're telling yourself the negative things, or you're doing the negative habits, like, you know, I mean, whether it's big things like smoking or drinking or whatever, and you're wanting to stop those things that are not healthy for you, or if it's even eating, like overeating, or even small things like, say, getting up on time and you keep mashing the snooze button, whether it's a small item or a big humongous item that you're wanting to change and you're wanting to do something different, your mind has done those things for so long, it's made ruts in your brain. In order to change that, you have to, of course, change your habit and change what you've been doing. We all know this. We all know that we've got to change, and it takes think 6 weeks, I think is what they say, for it to change, for you to totally change a habit and it to become a new habit. So to get new ruts in your brain, basically. So this lady developed this 5-second rule, and she counts down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And so she acts on that whatever. So whatever comes into her mind that she knows she needs to do, whether it's to get up out of bed, like as soon as the alarm clock goes off, she counts backwards, like that moment that you go, oh, hit the snooze button. Before she does that, like when that moment hits, I want to hit the snooze button, she counts backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And she gets up. And she moves. Or she don't want to go to the gym. She counts backwards and she goes to the gym. Like, you don't stop at that moment. And one thing she was talking about within that, within the book, is that every time your brain, when you count, it only takes 5 seconds for your brain to talk yourself out of it. Like, for you to either do the thing or not do the thing. Whatever it may be. So 5 seconds. That's not long. It is not long to be able to turn that idea off or to turn the idea on. To have the courage to do something totally different than what you've probably been doing all along. If it's overeating, 5 seconds that you're walking to the refrigerator and you go, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nope, not going to grab that whatever out of the refrigerator. I'm not going to grab that sugary whatever. 5 seconds. And in that 5 seconds, you can change your life forever. And in the book, there's like gobs and gobs and gobs of people have written in and said, I've changed this, I've done that. People who have gotten, like that were about to take their own life. And because of the 5-second rule, they stopped. I mean, that insane, huge kind of stuff. It's amazing to me. When you don't have the courage to step out to do something, like your brain will talk you out of it. You're not good enough. You're not good enough to lose weight. Why do you think you're worthy to lose weight? Why do you think that you should be able to do that? You've always been able. You've always, the doctors, oh my goodness, doctors sit and tell you, well, you just can't. Your body just can't do that. You're going to have to take this, and this medicines. You're not ever going to be able to change. So you get that into your mind, and you hear that all the time. So then you get discouraged. Then there's no way for you to ever be able to reach those dreams and those goals. We all have those dreams, and there's no reason at all for us not to be able to reach that goal that God has put in our heart. And I heard a saying one time, and I just absolutely love it. I say it all the time. I tell myself this all the time, that God will not put something in your heart that you cannot hold in your hand. He's not going to give you that desire without giving you the ability to do it. But so many times we stop ourselves from doing that thing because we're too scared, or we're too worried, or we think we're not good enough. And that's the dangerous part. That's when it gets to be, we're quenching that spirit, because God's not going to give us that desire without helping us reach that goal. So then we're saying, God, you're not big enough. You're not big enough to help me get past this thing. You're not big enough to help me lose weight. You're not big enough to help me quit smoking. You're not big enough to help me wake up in the morning. You're not big enough to help me get healthy. We're quenching His Spirit when we stop and don't do the things. And I want to read this one little thing, and then I will go, and I will leave you on. Every time you make an excuse and step back from a new opportunity, you are setting yourself up for mediocrity. Every time you watch in agony another person have the exact dream you had for your life, you are settling for mediocrity. Every time you say to yourself, it's okay, I'll do it next time, you're settling for mediocrity. Why would you settle for mediocrity when greatness is within you? The dream is yours, and as the cliche goes, it sounds as it sounds. The dream is free. You can rewrite your story as many times as you like, and you can imagine it exactly the way you see it for yourself. You want to break out of the comfort zone and get creative with me? Do you think so? So this is my challenge for you. I want you to write out your life, how you see it, how you want it, not how it is, not what it is, not the hard struggles, not the difficulties, because that's where our mind goes, is, well, what is my life like right now? I want you to write out exactly how you see your life, the way you want it, the way you dream it. I know at some point in your life, when I was little, I had this dream. Like, I always had this desire to have this big, huge log cabin overlooking this big, humongous lake. And tons of trees, tons of, like living out. I do live out. I got that part. Yeah, and we have a creek. Got a beautiful place. It's a very beautiful place. Haven't got my big log cabin yet, but that's my dream. And one day. But I want you to write out your dream. Your every single, make it yours. Make it your own. And start praying about that dream. What is it that you want? What is it that you desire? What is it that God has put into your heart that you've kind of quenched down because you thought, well, that hadn't happened yet, so it's just not going to happen at all. I don't think that's going to happen. What is that dream? I want you to make yourself dream. And dream big. And think about what it is that God has put into your heart today, and maybe in the past that you were not able to allow yourself to dream about and to really think about. I want you to dream about it, and I want you to think about it, and I want you to write it all out, and I want you to put it somewhere that you can see it every single day. I want to invite you to a kingdom you already own. Perhaps you never lived there, or perhaps you wandered into it in the wilderness for a really long time. Can you see the gold light beckoning in the distance? That's your kingdom. You're its queen, and I'm inviting you to reclaim your crown. This is something that you can do. It's something that you can find within you to be, to have that courage and that ability to step out and do something different. Do something different for you, for your family, and dream. Dream about it, and create that ability to do that. Sometimes it's hard to step out of that comfort zone and to do something totally different, but if God has put it in your heart, He will not give you, He'll give you what you need to do that and act upon what it is that dream is that He's giving you. So I hope y'all have a good night, and I hope, or day, whenever you're listening to this, and I will talk to you soon.